Hi Yogi, welcome to my channel. My name is Alina and today I have an absolutely beautiful short class for you that is amazing to do after any lower body workout. I hope you will enjoy it. I'm only using a strap for this one, but if you want some blocks, go ahead and grab them just in case. And before we get started, make sure to subscribe to my channel, like this video, comment below, you know the drill, and remember to check out my online platform for longer classes and for a bigger class library. I'll see you on the mat in just a few moments. We're going to start today's practice on our backs, and we're going to bring the soles of the feet together. We're going to drop the knees down to the sides. And before you go all the way down on your back, make sure that your strap is somewhere close by so that you don't really have to wiggle around and reach for it too much. And then take your time, find your space on the mat. Just close your eyes and bring yourself into right here, right now. This is the moment for you to disconnect from the outside world, whatever happened before, whatever you might be excited for later. No rush. You have time. Just allow yourself to arrive. When you feel ready, check in with the breath. I always say this for this kind of practices, you don't necessarily need your ujjayi breath. But if you want, if that's within your practice, then definitely start sending the air up and down the back of your throat, breathing in and out through the nose. And if ujjayi breath is not really within your practice, then simply focus on your breath. Start noticing your breath. Let this be those 15 minutes of your day when every single breath counts. Deep inhales matching long, long exhales. Now we're going to bring the hands underneath the thighs and guide the knees together to touch. Keep the knees touching, heel to your feet about mat distance apart, and bring your toes in. The heels are going to go out. Stay here, set up the intention for this short practice. What brought you on the mat today, and what is it that's going to keep you here the entire time? Personal question. Once you've answered that question, feel that mild stretch going down the outer thigh. Enjoy. Now we're going to heel toe the feet back together and bring the knees into the chest, giving ourselves a nice loving hug. Take a few moments. You can rock a little side to side if that feels good, massaging your back. And then from here, you're going to find stillness and keep the right knee in. Straighten the left leg all the way forward. You can move the knee side to side a couple of moments here. Massaging the hip flexor. You can maybe do tiny little circles there. And this is where you'll need your strap. So reach for the strap, grab it, place it around the ball of the right foot, and pull the right knee outside the rib cage. Half happy baby, the knee is going to stay bent. If it tells you anything, think about lizard lunge. It's just like that, except for you're on your back. And then your left hand stays on top of the left hip, making sure it doesn't lift up because it's going to try to, I promise you that much. But you're really pressing it down so that the back is flat. And we're going to flex the right foot, kick the right heel up to the ceiling, getting out of the hip and into the hamstring. And this is where you can bring the left into the strap as well and pull the leg in a little closer to your body, getting deeper into the stretch. And be very gentle with yourself. You don't necessarily need to kill yourself with the stretches. This practice is for taking care of yourself. Very loving practice. And then bring both sides of the strap into the right hand and send the right leg out to the right. Reach the left arm out to the left. Look towards your left hand. And it doesn't matter how low the right leg goes. You'll feel it here in your inner thigh anyways. But keep your left shoulder down. Keep your left hip down. They're going to try to lift up, but really press them against the mat. One more moment here. You're going to inhale and lift the leg back up. This is where we'll remove the strap, bend the right knee, and use the left hand to guide the right knee over to the left. Look towards your right hand, the right shoulder stays down. Once again, that means that the right knee probably doesn't touch the floor, but that is okay. Another moment here. Good, and we're gonna come back to center, squeeze the right knee into the chest. Give yourself one more hug here. Or simply switching the legs, bringing the left knee in and straightening the right leg all the way forward. You can move the left knee side to side. You can do tiny little circles. You know what to do. Just explore that space. And once again, you're going to use your strap for this. You're going to place the strap around the ball of your left foot and pull the left knee outside the rib cage. Have happy baby. Imagine that the knee's going to touch the floor one of these days, but the sole of the foot is still facing the ceiling. It's almost like a lizard lunge, but you're on your back. Again, if that point of reference makes any sense right now. And then try to keep the right hip down on the floor. I like to keep my hand on top of that hip for that to happen. Flex your left foot, kick the left heel up to the ceiling. Keep the left shoulder down. And if you want, you can bring the right hand to the strap as well, pulling the leg in a little bit closer to your chest. Remember to breathe. Beautiful job. And we're going to bring both sides of the strap into the left hand again. Send the left leg out to the left. Reach the right arm out to the right. Look towards your right hand and keep the right side body completely down on the floor. One more time. This is okay for the left foot not to touch the ground. Totally fine. It will be nowhere near the mat, nowhere near the floor, and that is perfectly fine. Keeping our body completely grounded. Another moment here. Inhale is going to lift that left leg back up to the ceiling. Engage the inner thigh on your way up. Remove the strap, bend your left knee and send the left knee over to the right. Reach the left arm out to the left and look towards your left hand. The left shoulder stays down. Left knee doesn't have to touch the floor. Beautiful, beautiful job. The next inhale brings us back to center. Squeeze the left knee into your chest. Take a moment here. And then we're going to bring the right knee into the chest as well. From this one, start rocking up and down. You're going to massage your back again, and you're going to use momentum to rock yourself up into comfortable cross-legged seated position. Doesn't matter how you cross your legs at this point. Together, we're going to inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Exhale, twist over to the right. Bring the right hand at the base of the spine and hook the left hand to the right thigh. Look back behind you. Left hand is going to stay exactly where it is. Reach the right arm up and over the right ear. Look up, not looking for a big range of motion. And then you're going to lower the right hand outside the left thigh and pull the elbows in towards one another. Separate the shoulder blades. Round your back. Bring the chin closer to your chest. And let it go. Inhale, reach the arms up again. Exhale, hands come down to heart center in prayer. A moment for you to check in with yourself, the body, the breath, the mind, the intention. And this is where we're simply going to switch the crossing of the legs. Try to do this without using your hands, just to check in with your hip mobility here a little bit. And once you've done that with me, inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, you're going to twist over to the left. The left hand goes at the base of the spine. The right hand is going to hook to the left eye. Look back behind you. The closer the back end to your glutes, the better the twist. Know that you can always adjust. And then keeping the right hand exactly where it is, that's the front arm. Reach the left arm up and over the left ear. Look up to the ceiling. Beautiful job. And we're going to lower the top hand outside the right thigh and pull the elbows in towards one another. One more time, round in the back, separating the shoulder blades, bringing the chin a little closer to the chest. Let it go. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, you're going to lower the hands down to heart center in prayer. And again, try to do this without using your hands or just sliding the legs out as far as they go, coming into wide-legged sit. Once you get there, peel the flesh away from your side bones. First, bring the hands behind your tailbone to lift the chest up. Maybe push yourself forward a bit more if that makes any sense for you, if that makes any difference for you today. And then maybe start leaning forward. Now, I want you to remember that this pose is called forward fold, not down fold. So it's not really about how close to the ground you get. It's about how much further forward you can go. If you want to bring the hands in front of you, bring them in front of you, but keep pulling yourself forward. Don't let those shoulders round down. And here's the thing. I'm always saying pulling, so imagine there's something sticky on the floor, there's a rope in front of you. If your hands are floating in the air right now, there's absolutely nothing to pull onto. So make sure that your hands have some surface underneath them. One more moment here. Good, inhale, you're gonna lift yourself back up. And we're gonna bend the right knee, bring the sole of the right foot to the left inner thigh, and then the left leg is gonna come a little bit closer to the midline. Flex your left foot, inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold over your left leg. Now, if it's a struggle today to reach for the foot, which it definitely can be, bend your knee, don't be afraid to do this, and then grab the outer blade of the left foot with the right hand, start pushing the heel forward, keeping the chest on your thigh. Yes, you can use a strap here, but you've already prepared your hamstring with a strap. So now see if you can lengthen your back in the process as well. So don't worry about the leg being completely straight. You really want to kind of focus on that hinge of the hips here. Let's stay for another breath. Beautiful job. Inhale, it's going to lift you back up. The hands are going to come together at the heart center in prayer without leaning back too much. One more hip mobility exercise. Lift the left foot off the floor. You're going to send the left leg all the way back behind you, coming into your pigeon. Now, I'm not a monster here, so if it's absolutely impossible, use your hands eventually just to complete the setup. And from there, you can drop down on your forearms and enjoy this pose for a couple of moments. We're not staying here for super long. Probably you feel it quite a lot, especially if you had just done your workout, the lower body. I did mine a couple of days ago, but I still can barely sit on my butt, so I'm definitely feeling that. And if you want to explore, I'm always out for it. You can always rock and roll a little bit side to side. Just make sure you're not dropping too low on the right or the left side. It's not about that. Yoga is always about balance. One more breath in this pose. And the next inhale, you're going to walk the hands back up, lift the chest, bend your left knee and send the left hand behind you, grabbing foot or ankle, quad stretch. Push the heel and send the left shoulder a tiny bit further forward. Take a moment. Beautiful job. And you're going to let it go. Drop down to your right hip and then swing the left leg around. Step the left foot outside the right quad. You're going to straighten the right leg all the way in front of you. Lower the left hip down. Bring the left hand behind the tailbone, right elbow to the left quad. Look back behind you, twist. You've done twist before. This might be a little bit deeper than the one before, but that's okay. Now let it go. Both hands outside the right hip. Just turn to the other side. We're going to come back to center. Bring the left foot to the right inner thigh, and you're going to flex the right foot. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold over the straight leg. Same thing that you did before. If it's a struggle today to reach for the foot, don't be afraid to bend your knee. Grab the outer blade of the right foot with your left hand and start pushing heel forward. Keep the chest on your left thigh the entire time. Keep the chest on your right thigh the entire time. It's the right leg that we're working on right now. And then don't worry about the leg being completely straight. Not about that. Work on that hinge of the hips. Really feel it. Beautiful job. And we're going to inhale and lift ourselves out of it. The hands are going to come together at the heart center in prayer. No leaning back too much. Lift the right leg up. And then send the right leg all the way back behind you, coming into pigeon on your left side. Again, try to set it up without using your hands as much as you can. And then you can use your hands and then drop down on your forearms once you set up the pose completely. Matching the size, not in terms of the sensations, probably, but in terms of the intention. Make sure you're not dropping too far down to the right or the left, staying leveled, keeping hips parallel to the floor. And then if you want to explore, you're always welcome to do this as long as the movement is conscious. We're going to stay here for another 2 breaths or so. Again, not super long holds, but you'll probably feel it anyways. And with your next inhale, you're going to walk the hands back up to lift the chest. Keep the left hip lifted, bend the right knee, send the right hand behind you, grabbing foot or ankle, quad stretch. We're pushing the right heel in. We're going to send the right shoulder forward a little bit more. Good. Try to keep your body facing the front completely. And then let it go. Drop down to your left hip, bring the right leg around, step the right foot outside the left quad. And this is where you're going to straighten the front leg so that you can lower the right hip all the way down. Right hand behind the tailbone, left elbow, right quad, twist towards the right side of the room, look back behind you. And as always, the closer the back end to your glutes, the better the stretch, the better the twist, knowing that you can always adjust. Nothing changes, look over the left shoulder. Beautiful job. And then let it go, hands outside your left hip. You're just going to twist to the other side. And then come back to center, slide your right knee out. Bend your left leg. We're going to bring the soles of the feet together. Grab the toes and pull the crown of the head forward. Push the knees out. Engage the thighs and use the strength of your thighs here to open up the hips a bit more. Shoulders away from the ears, neck is on, just like always. Work on creating more space. Another moment here. And we're going to inhale and lift ourselves out of it. The hands are going to come underneath the knees. Bring the knees together. Chest comes on top of your thighs. Flex your feet. Grab the outer blades of your feet. Pull the shoulder blades down the back and start pushing the heels forward. When you're pushing the heels forward, keep the shoulder blades gliding down, and the entire time you're keeping the chest on your thighs. So for this one, most likely the legs are not really going to be straight. Again, especially if you're using this class as a post-workout, don't be demanding of your body right now. Be very gentle with yourself here. And the moment chest lifts off your thighs is when you're going to stop. Doesn't matter if the legs are super bent right now. Trust me, it's totally okay. Yesterday, you should have seen me how I was doing this pose. And from this one more deep inhale. We're going to stay here for the exhale. And then from this one, let it go. Straighten the legs finally. Round your back and roll yourself up to seated first. And then you're rolling yourself all the way down. Engage your core on the way down. Vertebra by vertebra, the head is going to touch the floor the last. And once you get to the floor, relax your body completely here. Let the body become very heavy on the ground. And this is how we're going to close this practice today. Final posture of today's Shavasana. Really encourage you to stay here for the next 3 to 5 minutes, letting the body take in everything you just did. Thank you so much, Yogi, for practicing with me today, for trusting me to guide you through this. I hope you enjoyed it. And from my heart to yours, I say namaste.